What's up guys, Andrew here on my channel Gear Inc., where I get to share what I'm passionate about with you. And on my channel, that's PC tech, games, and gear. And today we're talking about GPUs, but before we do, if you haven't already guys, there's less than a week to enter the PC giveaway going on my channel right now. So make sure you enter that, and we'll announce the winner here probably within about the next week or so, because it is a random giveaway, so everyone's got a shot. Make sure you enter that giveaway if you haven't, but let's talk about today's topic. So, GPUs, right? We've been talking about this for a while. Specifically though, I want to talk about right now whether it makes sense to buy them, as for the first time in forever, they're in stock and they're close to MSRP, depending on what website you look at and what country you're in. I know this might not be applicable if you're outside of the United States, but NVIDIA, which I was hesitant to even post a video on this, has had them in stock, everything except for the 1080 Ti for 3 days straight without running out of stock. So either this means people aren't buying, or it means that they're keeping their stock up to meet demand, which is great because finally you're able to get GPUs for basically MSRP. Something that's also interesting is, and a little aside, hopping onto EVGA, some of these hybrid ones are actually, you're able to get a pretty good deal. You're able to actually get a 1070 Ti for less than what they're advertising for a 1070 with a hybrid, and even with the 1080 hybrid, for only $20 more, you're able to get a much more powerful GPU. So there are actually some pretty good deals going on right now if you're willing to kind of sleuth through, just different websites and kind of take a look. But does that mean you should actually buy one? We're in a really, really weird GPU world right now, because out of Computex, we got some announcements for things like Vega's Nano, which essentially is just a cut down version of their current model. But we know that there's going to be 7nm stuff coming out of AMD next year. They're keeping on track. Specifically for their GPU lineup, which will be nice because Radeon has not brought anything to the table for the last 12, 14 months. On the flip side of that, Jensen, the NVIDIA CEO, said infamously this the other week. And so we don't know, because he could just be pulling everyone's leg. They could literally drop these GPUs any day, any week. We know that they're supposedly going to be talking about next generation GPUs sometime in August. But all of that aside, even if, again, they do release the NVIDIA refresh, it's not like they're going to be releasing everything at once, right? So it might make sense to take advantage of these deals, or it might, again, make sense to stretch a little patience as long as your GPU is good enough to play the games that you play, and wait for the new ones to come out, only because it may drop the current prices even further. Now, it's one of those things where I can't advise people to buy GPUs. I also can't advise you not to. It really has to be a personal decision. But if you want my opinion, I would wait. Even though GPUs have finally dropped down, if you can hold off a little bit longer, I am way too curious to see what kind of performance gains we're going to get out of NVIDIA to pull the trigger and spend a bunch of money, especially considering that if they do release their enthusiast grade and you're not in the financial market to basically purchase one of those, then at least you're going to get a better deal, hopefully, on what we have right now. But for you guys who have been desperate for a GPU, it looks like you can finally get a hold of them at MSRP, as long as you're not trying to buy a 1080 Ti. Those still continue to be, I think, massively overpriced, but we are now able to find all the other SKUs, at least out of NVIDIA, for a better price. AMD continues to be overinflated. I would not touch anything they're selling right now with the 10-foot pole, not because of performance, but just because the price, it just doesn't make sense still, mainly due to still mining demand driving a little bit of that. So anyway, guys, just a quick update and point of view on what's going on in that world. I'm going to continue to get these videos out. I'm hoping to release a bunch more, much more frequently than I have. I've posted on Instagram and Twitter. You guys know that I've been extremely busy. Not an excuse, but we're going to continue to grow this channel. So guys, if you like this video, leave me a big thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and leave me a thumbs down, but get subscribed. I cannot put into words how excited I am, guys. Help me grow my channel like you all have. Help me continue to support me by becoming a Patreon, a Twitch subscriber, because I do stream on the weekends, or just using my Amazon affiliate link. I'm going to continue to grow this channel. I'm going to continue to share all my passion and my love for what I do with all of you guys. And if you want to be a part of that and you want to support me, do it in any way you see fit. But I hope to see every one of you next time here on Gear Inc.